There's different types of evidence. We've got documentary evidence. Those are the things that we share on documents all the time that we see, whether it's a complaint report, whether it's hospital records, care records, potentially some legal documents such as powers of attorney, healthcare powers of attorney, things such as that. This is what we call documentary evidence. Then we have testimonial-based evidence, and this is where that APS worker may be having direct conversation with a potential offender or witnesses, or direct disclosure of abuse, neglect, or exploitation from the vulnerable adult. That vulnerable adult may not be available to me by the time I get involved in the process. They may have suffered some type of problem or disability or some type of loss of function that doesn't allow me to have that communication that I need to, but that APS worker did. And so those notes that are taken can become critical in a criminal trial, where in place of the vulnerable adult, we might be able to call the APS worker onto the stand to give direct testimony to what was said, what was done, particularly if unfortunately we lose by death the vulnerable adult. Those type of conversations have some legal precedent that might be allowed to come into the criminal trial. And then there's just the realm of physical evidence, those things that are tangible that we can touch, whether it's soiled linens, lack of power and utilities being on at the home, stacks of mail around that there are unpaid bills, past due notices that would give some indication of financial exploitation. Those are tangible things that, again, if there's a delay in us getting in there, being made aware of this, that offender is going to cover it up. These offenders do stuff behind closed doors. They don't want to be discovered. So when they think that there's an indication that there's going to be discovered, they will take very overt acts to cover all that up. And that APS worker's notes and observations can be some direct testimony when I come in there and that stuff is gone and I don't have the availability to collect it for criminal evidence. It's critically important.